With the stroke of a pen on May 22nd, President Obama authorized major changes to the way American credit card issuers do business. In the president's view, these are common sense reforms designed to protect consumers. Consumer advocates are rejoicing, but banks are already contending that the reforms might be bad for cardholders in the long term. So here's a rundown of the notable changes within the Credit Card Accountability, Responsibility, and Disclosure Act, now called CARD. Some of these changes will happen in 2010, others are occurring within 90 days. There will no longer be surprise interest rate increases. If your credit card company wants to hike interest rates, it will now have to inform you at least 45 days beforehand and tell you why in writing. There are new restrictions on retroactive rate increases. Now, under the new law, the interest rate on an existing balance cannot increase unless the customer is more than 60 days behind on a payment. Get this though, even if that happens, the credit card company will have to restore the prior lower interest rate if you pay the minimum balance on time for 6 months that follow. Statements now have to be mailed 21 days in advance. The new rules say that your monthly bill has to be mailed to you by the credit card company at least 21 days prior to the payment due date. Pay before 5 o'clock Eastern Standard Time and you are on time. That's right. All credit card payments made before 5 o'clock Eastern Time will be considered paid on that day. If your payment due date falls on a holiday, a weekend, or any day on which the credit card issuer is closed for business, your payment cannot be subject to late fees. You can choose to attack the highest interest rates now. So, do you pay different rates for different kinds of credit card transactions? Well, under the new law, you'll be able to apply any payment above the minimum to your highest rate balance. There's now more protection for teens and young adults. The new legislation bars companies from issuing cards to most people under the age of 21. Those younger than 21 will only be able to use a credit card under one of the following conditions. They can prove that they have the means to pay the debt, or their parent or legal guardian promises to pay it off if they default. They could be emancipated minors, or they are designated secondary card holders on a parent or legal guardian's account. There will be no more exploitation of college students. College-age Americans will still be able to get credit, but within reason. Account limits will be either 20% of their annual income or $500, whichever is greater. So this market will grow less attractive for credit card companies. There's going to be an end to the universal default. If you make a late payment to one credit card issuer, other issuers will no longer be able to hike your rate as a consequence. Cardholder permission must now be given for over-limit fees. Credit card companies now have to get your okay before they can process a transaction that would put your account over its limit. So why are the credit card companies crying? Well, you cut out all the nickel and diming and credit card issuers are going to be left with lower revenues. So where are they going to get the money back? Well, think reduced rewards for cardholders. Think new and inventive annual fees. Edward Yingling, president and CEO of the American Bankers Association, fears that now less credit will be available generally, which means some consumers and small businesses will not be able to obtain credit cards at all, particularly younger people and startup small businesses. But Senator Dodd, a Democrat from Connecticut and the driver behind CARD in Congress, thinks such claims sound a little like Chicken Little. If you have any questions about the changes I've mentioned, please contact me either by email at debbie@soundfinancialpartners.com or by phone at 206-749-5111. Thank you.